Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Alright guys, so today's video, first off, I apologize if I look like a mummy, but I've just been doing regular chores today and I decided to do this video today because I'm excited to try out the new foundation by NYX. It is the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation and primer. If you guys are following me on my Instagram, you guys already know I posted in Instagram stories that I could not find the primer anywhere. It was completely sold out to every Ulta I visited, and finally I got lucky and I found it. So I'm very excited today to try out this foundation and primer and see if it's good or bad or what it's going to look like. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited. So if you guys want to try out this foundation with me, then just keep on watching. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave and give my video a thumbs up as well. Also, I do want to remind you guys, if you guys haven't entered my giveaway for the NORVINA palette here on my YouTube, I will link that video down below and on an e-card. That way you guys can check it out, or not e-card, but like one of those flashy card things type, I don't know. But yeah, so hurry up and enter because I will be picking a winner very soon. September 1st is right around the corner, so you better hurry and enter. Alright guys, let's get started. Okay guys, so I already went ahead and applied a little bit of moisturizer. I used my Clinique Dramatically Moisturizing Gel. I've been using this one as well, but I feel like this one leaves my skin a little tiny bit sticky. So I just wanted a little bit more of a smoother canvas, so I'm gonna go with that one. So let's start off with the primer. So this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop primer. This is a matte primer. It's supposed to mattify your, your skin and everything like that. So I'm guessing it's pretty good for oily skin. I have kind of like a combination to oily skin. Right now my skin is feeling a little bit dry. I feel like my skin has been changing to more of a drier, more to the dry side rather than the oily side. But it just really depends on like the weather and, like, I don't know. My skin is just, it's like a roller coaster. It's one day it's like really oily, the other day it's like super dry. I don't even know, but most of the time it's kind of like on the natural. It can get oily around my nose and the T-zone area. So let's just open up this baby right here. This primer retailed for $13 at Ulta. So the packaging looks like this, and it comes in like a little squeezy tube bottle. This is how it looks like right here. It's a nice packaging, I guess. So on the box, it doesn't really have much. I mean, it doesn't really say anything. It just it has like a little instructions right here on how to apply the primer. But I mean, come on, we all know how to apply the primer, I'm guessing, hopefully. But it just says apply evenly over skin and gently tap to set. Complete the look with our Can't Stop Won't Stop full coverage matte foundation. That's what I'm gonna do today. So in the back of the squeezy tube, it just says, when matte is a must, this comfortable matte formula preps your complexion for super smooth foundation application. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and apply. And I'm just going to open it up right here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and, whoa, this thing is like super hard. Jesus, I'm like putting some pressure in here. And this is what it looks like. It just fell. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's kind of like, I mean, it looks like a worm, to be honest. It feels kind of heavy. Oh yeah, this feels super like heavy. I don't know. Already, you guys, I don't know how I feel about this. It feels kind of sticky. It feels very like harsh. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but I don't know about this. Let me apply a little bit more. So that's the consistency. If you guys can see, if my camera will focus a little bit, that's what it looks like. It's just like a clear jelly type thing. It feels smooth when you do this, but when you apply it on your skin, it feels I mean, it feels fresh for sure, but it feels, I don't know. I don't think this primer honestly is that great. I can already kind of, I don't know how I'm liking this honestly. First impression, I don't like the feel of it. I don't really like how, I mean, my skin texture is feeling. Like, I don't know how, okay, so now it's kind of like drying and I can feel like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this yet. So, okay. Let's just go ahead and move on to the foundation. So this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. It looks like this. It has a pump, which is big thumbs up for me. I love when foundations come with a pump. It's just like so handy. So this is said to be a full coverage foundation, up to 24-hour matte finish wear. I got the shade True Beige, so hopefully this is my shade because I didn't really swatch it in store. Oh god, what is, okay, let me, I don't know why I'm having like issues opening up these packages or what the heck, but whatever. All right, so this is what it looks like. Very nice. It doesn't really say anything in the back. I mean, it doesn't really have anything to say rather than it's just full coverage and it's a 24-hour wear foundation. So we're gonna try it out and see what I think about it. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the foundation, and this side of my face I'm gonna use a beauty blender, and then on this side I'm gonna use a brush just to see how it looks with either application. So I'm just gonna pump 2 pumps. So it looks like it's okay. I don't know if this will be my shade, but let's just go with the flow. Okay, so right off the bat, this foundation does have a scent to it. For some reason, it kind of reminds me like paint, like house paint. Like when you're painting a house and you walk into someone's house that they're painting it and you can smell like that paint smell. Like that's kind of what I'm getting the vibe from. Like it's very, very faint, but I can definitely smell it. I don't know if I got my right shade. I feel like this is a little bit too dark for me, and it kind of has a lot of like yellow undertone, which my skin does have a little bit of yellow undertone, but this foundation is completely not really my shade, but whatever, we'll just work with it because that's the only shade that I picked up, and if I have to go change it, then so be it, but we're just gonna try it out today. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much done applying the first coat of the foundation, and I mean, it looks alright. My skin does look pretty flawlessly. I think I just got the wrong shade, but like I said, we're just gonna go with the flow. Let me just go ahead and apply this side with a brush. I'm just gonna use this brush and I'm just gonna do 2 pumps just like I did on this side, and then just kind of distribute it. And I mean, definitely I did get the wrong shade, so I'm so sorry. I really am horrible at picking my shade, and honestly they didn't really have testers, so I was very disappointed about that. So whatever, I'm just if I really like it, I'm gonna have to go definitely get my shade and exchange this one because yeah. Alright, so I'm a little worried right now because I'm starting to see a lot of streaks right here. And this brush is actually really, really good at applying foundation. And this foundation is actually sinking into my pores right here, which I like literally didn't even know I had. What the heck? Oh, what? Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on there? Oh my god, you guys, there's like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but right here, I'm guessing I have like pores, and it's like emphasizing them a lot. Like it's pretty crazy. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much done applying the first coat of the foundation. What do I feel about it? I'm still very unsure. I don't know how I feel yet. The foundation is definitely settling and it's giving me kind of like a nice canvas, but in certain areas it's not looking pretty. I can already tell around my nose it's kind of like breaking. It's emphasizing my pores. I honestly think it has to do with the primer though, because this foundation looks to me like it's actually very nice. At first, when I applied this side right here with the brush, right here, like, it kind of emphasized pores that I didn't even know I had, but now it's kind of like settled down. It doesn't look bad at all. This side right here, it also looks like, you know, it has some like settling going on, so I don't know what the heck. Right here I can definitely see my pores peeking through, so I don't know. I kind of think it's the primer, so I don't know how I feel about this foundation. But let's go ahead and apply 2 coats of foundation to see if this foundation is a lot more buildable. It definitely is like a medium to full coverage, so I kind of want it to be as full as coverage as possible without looking cakey. So I'm just gonna go in with another coat, and this time I'm just gonna apply 1 pump on this side and then 1 pump on the other side, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it and see how it looks. Hopefully it doesn't look cakey or anything like that, or hopefully it looks better. I don't know. Alright guys, so I'm basically done applying 2 coats of this foundation. So this side again is a beauty blender, and this side I use the brush. So the moment of truth, I'm going to be checking out my face with this little mirror. Okay, not bad. Not bad, you guys. It doesn't look bad at all. It definitely does look very, 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 very matte. I can definitely see some texture going on around here. It definitely does look a little cakey right here, and it looks really good, but it definitely looks like it's sucking the living life out of my skin, and my skin is just like, Alex, what are you doing? Bring me the moisture. Like I said, my skin is more on the drier side at the moment, but I did want to try out this foundation, and this foundation is matte, and I can see it's definitely matte. It's very matte. What do I think about it right now? I don't know right now at the moment. I feel like it was kind of a bad idea to try it out just because my skin is dry, but I feel like my skin is, when my skin is a little bit more on the oily side, it'll look perfect, it'll look fine. So again, I feel like this foundation will be good if you have very, very oily skin. If you have dry skin, I can honestly tell you, you should pass on this. My favorite concealer is a Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, without a doubt. It is my absolute favorite. So let's see how this foundation plays with this concealer. Hopefully it's not bad. Now again, I do have to say this foundation shade is definitely not my shade. It definitely does look a lot darker than my skin. So I'm definitely, if I really, really like it, I'll definitely go and exchange it for my correct shade, but I feel like it's a little bit too dark for me. But I can always lighten it up with my concealer, no big deal, just as long as it doesn't look too crazy on me, you know what I mean? So this is the concealer right here. Now, I don't know why, but I feel like the concealer and the foundation is kind of separating around here, and it's looking a little too heavy on my skin at the moment. It's looking a little bit caked up. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip the powder and just go with the flow, finish applying my makeup, and I will be right back to tell you my final thoughts on the foundation and the primer. Can't stop, won't stop. Will you be good for me or not? I have to think about it. So I will finish my makeup and I will be right back to tell you guys what I think about these. Alright guys, so I am back finally. I finished off completing all my makeup. So for the eyes, I went ahead and I used this palette right here. This is the Clay Play Volume 2 from Tarte Cosmetics. The palette looks like this. I absolutely love this palette. This is literally my go-to anytime I want something very nice, easy, and simple on my eyes. I did my brows. My lashes, I am wearing the Wispies by Ardell. And then for the lips, I'm also wearing this one right here. This is the Tarte's lip paint in the shade Birthday Suit. I got this for my birthday last year actually, and I'm just using it. I'm so bad. But anyways, let's get down to the nitty gritty on these two right here. Do I like them? Do I hate them? What do I think? Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with this right here. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Matte Primer. Now, I do believe it is definitely a matte primer. Do I like it? I don't think I'd like it, honestly. I felt like it didn't really do anything for my skin. I felt like it actually emphasized my pores around here and it gave me more texture for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because my skin is more on the drier side at the moment. I have no idea. I am thinking about maybe using it once or twice more just to actually give it a more of a natural try to it rather than just toss it or whatever or exchange it. So I'll probably be using this about 1 or 2 times just to, you know, really get the feel of it. But as a first impression, I'm not liking it at all. It is definitely a very matte primer, so just be aware if you're matte, I don't think this will work for you because it does mattify your skin a lot. It felt really harsh to put on, if that makes any sense. Like, if that makes sense, like it felt very stiff. That's kind of like how I would like to describe it. It felt just very stiff. It felt very like it was sticking to my face like right off the bat, and it wasn't very you know, distributing very well all over my skin, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna definitely give this, as of now, for a first impression, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 just because I feel like it's very matte. But then again, my skin right now at the moment is matte, so it can work probably if my skin is a very oily or something like that. Yeah, I just didn't really like it. I just didn't feel like it was doing anything for me. So I'll definitely give it another go, and if I like it, you know, I'll give it another go, and if I don't, then I'll have to exchange it because honestly, I just don't really think it worked for me. But it could work for you, so just give it a try. For the foundation, again with the foundation, it is definitely a matte foundation. It is more of a medium to full coverage. It's definitely a full coverage to me. I just like to personally go in with 2 coats when I'm trying out foundations just to see the capability, like can it build up, you know, if it's buildable, if it's not, will it look cakey, will it emphasize my pores, my texture, you know, that shenanigans. So it did kind of, you know, emphasize my pores around here, around my cheek area. When I was blending it in, it did kind of sink into my pores over here, which it totally surprised me because I didn't even know I had pores back here, but I guess we all do. Yeah, but once it settled in, it actually looks really nice. It looks very flawless. My skin looks very clean. You know, it doesn't look bad at all. Now, when I look up close, I can definitely see, you know, some cracks here and there because it is a matte, you know, foundation, and my skin is super dry right now, so I can see why that's happening. If my skin again were to be a little bit more on the oily side, I think it would look perfect and it would work amazing, but as of now it's not really working that well with my skin. But I'm not gonna lie, it looks really well. It looks really nice. I don't know how, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Like, does it look really bad? Because honestly, in camera, like on the viewfinder, I can definitely see it looks really nice. And you know, right here, the mirror, I could definitely see it looks really flawless. It's only when I zoom in my face where I can see these little imperfections. So I kind of like this foundation. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like it. I am gonna give it probably a 4 out of 5 because I feel like it definitely dries up my skin a lot more. But again, I have to say, I think the reason why this foundation looks completely like it's sucking the life out of my skin is because of that primer. I feel like if I would have used another primer, like more moisturizing primer and, you know, something more soothing, something more like that'll fill in my pores a lot better and stuff like that, this foundation would have been 100 times better. I just kind of feel. And then again, I felt like I didn't really pick my shade right. I feel like it's a little bit darker, but once I applied the concealer and, you know, did some bronzer a little bit, it doesn't look bad. So I feel like this shade can actually work for me. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this matches me, or do you guys think I should just go change it for a much lighter shade? Because I mean, sometimes I can get a little bit tanner, so you know, it might work fine, and it doesn't really look bad, honestly. So I'm gonna give this foundation a 4 out of 5 because I really like it, and I feel like it's gonna be great when my, you know, skin is completely oily. So that is that for the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop line. I'm very excited. I wish they would have came out with a concealer that would have been perfect for this little combo. I love it when, you know, brands come out with the foundation, concealer, and powder, and then a primer too. Like, that's a huge 2 thumbs up for me. I love when they do that because it's just like a whole line and you don't have to, you know, dig on other, you know, stuff. So yeah, so that's basically my thoughts. Like, again, whatever works for me may not work for you, so maybe you guys all need to try it out. I definitely highly recommend this foundation if you're very oily. I feel like it definitely will keep your skin very matte throughout the day. I'm not gonna go on and wear it for 24 hours. I actually never wear my foundation for 24 hours. I feel like I only wear my foundation or my makeup for about 8 hours most of the time, or maybe even 6, because I just like to let my skin breathe and stuff like that. So I don't think I'll ever wear a foundation more than 24 hours, but it claims that it does, so it probably does if you know, wear it. I don't know. But yeah, that's my thoughts for this foundation. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel once again and give my video a thumbs up. That way I know you guys like these videos and I can keep making them for you guys. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.